Hey everybody, Chris Doris here, and I wanted to create a new post here in response to an older post, which created a couple interesting responses, right, from folks who have seen it. So I've linked it here, and it's entitled "College Seniors Don't Get a Job," right, and it goes on, and ultimately the point is to not settle for job, is to create something that's truly rewarding for yourself, and it was an observation of the current millennial generation, who appear to be increasingly intolerant of settling. That want a more meaningful experience of life, right? And the job isn't really a term that is appropriate and doesn't really fit well into that. And old school thinking can't comprehend that. In fact, it's like repulsed by that. So here's like a metaphorical story. So kid is home after school, teenager, and he's playing on Xbox and has been for like 90 minutes or so. And the dad comes in and says, "Hey, turn it off. It's enough. You gotta do your homework." And the kid's like, Dad, homework? Why? Like, why is homework so important? Why is it important for me to do homework? Like, what is that going to get me? And the dad's like, are you kidding me right now? What the hell's gotten in you? There's no, really, seriously, like, let's talk this. You always say this to me, do your homework. I'm like, why? For what? And dad's like, I can't even believe you, because you need to get good grades. The kid's like, why? Like, what? Again, for what? What is that going to do for me? How's that going to make my life amazing? And the dad's like, I don't even know who you are right now. What the hell? You're not, because you gotta get into a good school, for God's sake. And the kid's like, school? I don't even know why I go to school, to be honest with you. I don't know why is school? Why is that going to have me have an amazing, like, I need to go to, I need to go incur all this like tuition, or you got to pay it, or I got to whatever, take out student loans so I can create an amazing life. Like, I have to do that in order to be able to create my life on my terms. And the dad says, I'm going to have an aneurysm over here right now. You got to go to a good school so you can get a good job. And then the kid's like, yeah, see, this is it. That's like, I'm not getting a job, Dad. And the dad's like, I got to go. I don't even know. I disown you. And the kid's like, Dad, job is not even a thing that I'm interested in anymore. I don't want to go get a job. Look at this research over here. Like, this is the Gallup poll research, right? It's 30 years. Gallup's has been indicating that 84% of Americans report disliking their jobs. 30 years. You want me to go? That's what you want for your son? You want me to go be one of them? You want me to be part of the majority, 84% that just has a job that they can't stand? Is that what you want for your son? No, I don't. I'm not going to tolerate that. So that's like the hypothetical story, and I love that because it's like, I really believe that the younger generations are becoming. It's like, so the kid would be like, "Hey, Dad, like, look, I'm playing over here on the computer, right? I'm playing this game that is like letting me interact with people all over the world instantly. Why? It's because of high-speed internet. Now, back in the day when we had that 54 baud modem, right? That would be like, beep, blah, and make all the noises in the world for like an hour and a half before you can even get on AOL. It's like, that's old school. Why would we go back to that? We got a high speed. It's outdated technology, and so is a job. So 54 baud modem is to high speed internet, as job is to having a life full of reward and meaning, having your life on your terms. So here's one of the responses I got from somebody that read the post, right? Somebody on my list, who, by the way, let me just say, is an extremely close friend who I love, and he and I disagree on a lot of things in life, but we always do it through humor. So I know how he wrote this. I'm going to read it in a way that he didn't write it, but that other people absolutely like would say. And he's great at playing devil's advocate. I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet. I don't know how much devil's advocate he was here, but I'm sure I'll find out soon. So he goes, "Oh, I totally agree. Yeah, they should just live with their parents and find meaning rather than supporting themselves." I know that's not how you said it, buddy, but you might. There are plenty of people who will hear it this way, right? And that's old school thinking, and I get it because that's the way. Like, back in the day, it was more about like, you gotta work your ass, or you gotta survive. You gotta put food on the table. There's time for work. There's time for play, and all that stuff. That's old school now. Now it's like we're moving in a direction. I think it's just phenomenal that we're moving in a direction now where the priority isn't surviving, it's thriving, right? It's like, so like, they should just live with their parents and find meaning rather than supporting themselves. Well, how about a both end approach to this? Like, what if I can have a truly meaningful experience and not only support myself, but have my life? It's not about supporting it's about having my life like totally on my terms. Like, I have there's a great story that is in the back of my first book, Creating Your Dream Book, which is about a Mexican fisherman and like this brainwashed, rich American businessman who's addicted to more for its own sake. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but the bottom line is that this guy, this American businessman who's just addicted, right, to just more, most money, is like interrogating this Mexican fisherman who's got a beautiful life designed exactly as he wants it to be, saying, "Oh, I can help you. You should stay out, and catch more fish, make more money." And the Mexican's like, "Dude, my life is perfect." And America can't even hear that because he's so old, because he's in this addiction. So it's like, who's the success story in that story? Well, it's the fisherman who has his life on his terms, and who knows how much, like, the differential in wealth is, who cares? Like, real wealth, who's really rich there? Well, the life of the fisherman who has his life on his terms, he's the rich one, right? So money is not an issue here. It's like, and I really appreciate that about this current generation, that the priority isn't to go make money, to just go make money and survive. It's about making a life, making an amazing life. And that should be, and you know what we shouldn't be doing right now is shamingly critiquing that. We should be supporting that and asking questions like, yeah, tell me more about your passions. That's cool. I wonder if you could make a life for yourself, if you could create for yourself an amazingly rewarding, enriching life doing precisely what you love, right? Let's promote that, shall we? Right? And the more of us that have our lives on our terms, then the better, the more compassionate we are. When our life is designed as we want it to be, the more capable we are of contributing to the rest of the world, and hopefully that becomes epidemic really soon. Right on. All right, I look forward to hearing your responses. In the meantime, great miracles.